Welcome, all you brave Aries souls, both long-time subscribers and those who just crash-landed on this channel while deep in an astrology binge at 2 AM. I'm thrilled you're here. You've just stepped into Zodiac Talks Tarot, where cosmic insight meets real-world clarity with a few laughs and spiritual mic drops along the way. As someone who's spent decades studying the stars, symbols, and psychology of the human soul, with a side order of Buddhist wisdom, I'm here to tell you, Aries, you're in for a ride. Now let's talk about this cosmic fog rolling in on June 23rd. Sun square Neptune. Sounds poetic, right? It's not. It's confusing, strange, dreamlike, and exactly the kind of celestial chaos you secretly thrive on. Think of it as the universe handing you a spiritual blindfold and saying, "Okay, warrior, now walk." This isn't your typical cloudy mood. This is next-level illusion. But don't panic, this isn't punishment. It's initiation. The chosen ones know, real growth rarely happens when skies are clear and everything makes sense. And yes, reality might start looking, well, drunk. You may find yourself staring at your cat wondering if it's trying to teach you ancient wisdom, or sipping your coffee and tasting the meaninglessness of existence. That's Neptune. He's pulling back the curtain, revealing that most of what we think is real is just a cleverly filtered illusion. But here's the thing, Aries, you're ruled by Mars. You like action. You want answers, direction, purpose. Yet right now, the cosmos is asking you to pause. Not punch. Not run. Just observe. I know, sitting still and feeling into things sounds like emotional skydiving without a parachute for someone with your fire. But trust me, this is sacred training. Reality is shape-shifting, not to confuse you, but to awaken you. So grab your metaphorical flashlight, ground yourself, and get ready to see beyond the fog. Because what's waiting on the other side? A clearer version of you. A soul with purpose. And the opening chapters of your year of triumph 2025. Let's walk into the unknown together. Let's take a breath, Aries, because we are heading deeper into the fog, and yes, I know you'd rather be charging forward than floating in mystic mist. But trust me, what's unfolding here is not confusion for the sake of chaos. This is transformation wearing its weirdest costume. As someone who's spent decades studying astrology, depth psychology, and the whispered wisdom of Buddhist teachings, I can tell you, illusion isn't the enemy. Illusion is the guru that shows up when you stop pretending you have all the answers. And right now, with Sun square Neptune casting its dreamy veil over your path, you're being handed a golden opportunity if you're willing to stop swinging and start seeing. Picture this fog as a strange, silent monk who wanders into your dojo unannounced. You, Aries, are mid-kick, in peak battle stance, ready to go full Mortal Kombat. And this monk just sits down. No challenge. No fight. Just a quiet presence radiating mystery and absurd wisdom. That's what illusion is during this transit. It's here to interrupt your usual Mars-fueled pace and whisper, everything you're clinging to? It might not be real. Sounds unsettling? Maybe. But it's also sacred. Because in this surreal haze, your year of triumph 2025 truly begins not with conquest, but with clarity. The kind of clarity only the chosen ones get when they stop trying to control reality and instead allow it to reveal its deeper design. Now, let's talk about feelings. Yes, feelings. You didn't think we could get through Neptune season without cracking your emotional armor, did you? Aries, I say this with love, you treat emotions like they're Wi-Fi outages. Inconvenient, unpredictable, and best ignored until they pass. But under this transit, the fog isn't just in the sky, it's flooding your inner world. You may find yourself tearing up at dog rescue videos or getting nostalgic about a sandwich you once ate in 2017. Don't panic. You're not falling apart, you're reopening up. Neptune is softening your fire, not to smother it, but to teach you something Buddhists have known for centuries: compassion is not weakness. It's the highest form of power. Real warriors cry sometimes. Real warriors feel. And in doing so, they heal. And oh boy, let's not forget the dreams. If you wake up from a nap wondering why you were having a tea party with a three-headed goat who speaks Latin, congratulations. You're tuned in. Dreams right now are not just random brain static, they're encrypted downloads from the soul. Neptune doesn't send texts, he sends riddles, symbols, and slightly terrifying bedtime stories. And Aries, your subconscious is throwing a rave every night, whether you like it or not. Write your dreams down. I know journaling isn't your go-to habit, you'd rather burn something and move on, but these nighttime visions are spiritual GPS. They might not make sense now, but they're building a bridge between your conscious drive and your unconscious wisdom. So, in summary, the fog is not a malfunction, it's an invitation. Illusion is the doorway. Emotion is the key. And dreams are the guidebook written in invisible ink. You, Aries, are being cracked open, not to be broken, but to be revealed. The path ahead is not straight, not clear, and definitely not boring. But if you lean into it, you'll come out the other side not only wiser but weirder in the best possible way. And let's be honest, a little weird looks good on you. Let me walk you through a strange little stretch of time that every Aries needs to know about, especially if you've recently caught yourself zoning out in the middle of a sentence, staring into space like you're decoding the secrets of the universe through your ceiling fan. Congratulations, my fiery friend. You've just entered what I like to call Theta land. This isn't your typical distraction. This is the kind of brainwave state monks in the Himalayas spent decades trying to cultivate. And here you are, tapping into it by accident on your couch, half covered in potato chip crumbs. The universe works in mysterious and sometimes hilarious ways. Now, before you worry that you're losing it, take a breath. This zoning out is actually a form of zoning in. It's your mind slipping into a meditative state where the boundaries between logic and intuition begin to blur, and suddenly, you're solving existential questions you didn't even know you were asking. What Neptune is offering you isn't confusion, it's higher bandwidth. Think of these moments as spiritual software updates. You don't need to do anything. Just stay still long enough, and the downloads will install themselves. Pretty soon, your perception of reality might feel less like a checklist and more like a haiku written by your higher self. Of course, once the fog really kicks in, things get even weirder. You may find yourself wondering, wait, who am I again? And I get it, Mars, your ruling planet, usually has you charging forward yelling, I am this. Let's go. But right now, it's more of a whisper, maybe. I'm not who I thought I was. This is not an identity crisis, Aries. This is identity ascension. The fog is gently peeling away all the outdated roles, labels, and expectations you've been carrying around like they came with a warranty. They didn't. And what's left when they fall away? You stripped down, raw, powerful, and real. It's not always comfortable, but it is sacred. This is the chosen one's rite of passage, and you, Aries, are walking through it whether you're ready or not. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, your creative spirit wakes up like it had 3 espressos and a vision board session with the cosmos. 1 minute, you're doom scrolling, the next, you're writing poetry about stardust or sketching images that feel like past life memories. That, dear Aries, is the Neptune download fully landing. Your spiritual antenna is up and tuned in, and now you're not just a fighter or a leader. You're a conduit. You're not just here to crush goals in the year of triumph 2025. You're here to inspire others, to channel something bigger, and to create from a place that goes way beyond ego. So don't ignore that sudden urge to paint, write, or launch that surprisingly philosophical meme page. Follow it. Let your creativity run wild like a Mars-fueled horse on a spiritual vision quest. Because what you're expressing now isn't just art, it's soul truth made visible. And if people don't get it, that's fine. The best kind of inspiration always feels a little weird at first. Welcome to the next version of you, Aries, unfiltered, awakened, and finally ready to color outside the lines. Alright Aries, take a deep breath and maybe sit down for this next part. We're entering the final act of this cosmic fog drama, and spoiler alert, it's about relationships, reality checks, and personal resurrection. That's right, we're talking about the moment when Neptune rips the duct tape off your third eye and suddenly, you're seeing people exactly as they are. Not as you hoped they'd be. Not as you projected them to be. Just, raw, unfiltered truth. Now, brace yourself. Because that person you swore was your soulmate, the one whose playlist you memorized and whose birth chart you probably looked up 15 minutes into your first conversation, they might start giving off strong NPC vibes. You know, like a background character in a video game who just keeps repeating the same sentence. And that other person you never paid much attention to? Suddenly, you're seeing layers in them deeper than a midnight podcast about reincarnation. That's Neptune's magic, or mischief, depending on how you look at it. It removes the rose-colored glasses and occasionally tosses out the entire dating app while it's at it. And here's the thing, this isn't about losing people. It's about gaining perspective. Some connections will fade. Some will transform. But either way, you walk away with clarity. You, Aries, are in truth season now. And that's powerful. Truth burns a little, sure. But it also lights the path ahead. So how do you navigate all this without accidentally texting your ex, quitting your job to start a kombucha farm, or booking a spontaneous tattoo of Saturn on your forehead? Easy. Channel your inner fire sign boss and follow these sacred steps. 1. Don't fight the unknown. Neptune loves when you surrender to mystery, it's how wisdom sneaks in. 2. Touch grass. No, really. Walk barefoot outside. Ground yourself. Hug a tree if you're feeling wild. 3. Avoid people who make your aura itch. If someone drains your energy faster than your phone battery on 2%, take space. 4. Write down the weird stuff. That dream you had about arguing with a talking frog? It probably means something. Or it doesn't. Either way, journal it. 5. Postpone dramatic moves. Now's not the time for bold breakups, shocking confessions, or that neon orange hair dye impulse. Neptune fog is emotional quicksand. Wait until it clears. Now, here's the beautiful part. When this fog lifts, and it will, you'll be standing in a whole new light. You'll be clearer, softer, more creatively charged. Your sense of purpose will feel sharper than your favorite comeback line, and your intuition? No longer a vague feeling, you'll be using it like a finely tuned GPS. This fog was your chrysalis, Aries. And now? Wings. Glorious, fiery wings. And just in time, because on June 25th, the new moon in Cancer rolls in like a cosmic exhale. This is emotional renewal at its finest. It's not just a lunar reset, it's your rebirth moment. A chance to release old patterns, open your heart wider than ever, and leap into the next chapter of your life. This time, not as a lone wolf with a to-do list and a grudge, but as a luminous chosen one, blazing forward in the year of triumph 2025. Honestly, you're not just rising. You're glowing. So, Aries, don't rush through this moment. Savor it. Enjoy the weird. Laugh at the chaos. Cry at the commercials if you must. But know that you're not lost, you're re-evolving. You're not broken, you're re-becoming. Life isn't always about doing more. Sometimes, it's about being more. This is your time to be curious, creative, compassionate and a little chaotic in the best kind of way. And if this journey through the fog helped you see yourself or the world in a new light, then do me a favor, like this video, share it with your favorite fellow Aries, or that one Pisces who always talks about vibes, and don't forget to subscribe to Zodiac Talks Tarot. This channel is your guide, your sanctuary, and your cosmic comedy club all rolled into one. The universe is talking. Let's listen together.